As a pimp, open your eyes, hop in the passenger side of the ride. Damn, Bleek, can't speak? Okay, what's up? Shut up, shut up, shut up.
The crib was sleeping on the ground, still from studio to studio, just waiting for an outcome, and now we full circle.
All right, y'all, you already know what it is. It's your girl Drea, aka Lady Hercules, and today we have some special guests in the building. Welcome Memphis Bleek and Huey-V.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for joining on.
Yeah, thank you for having us, man. You already warehouse in the building, rock for life, but now it's the house.
You feel me?
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, I just want to go over the historical moments real quick with you, Bleek, and your career. And Huey, I know you got some new music to talk to us about, so just keep that for us as well. So, Bleek, right? I want to just get your can you reflect back to being one of the first artists signed to Rockefeller?
Man, it was pressure. I was actually the first artist signed to Rockefeller, when they made the transition to Def Jam. It was a lot of pressure, man, but then that pressure was relieved when we picked up my brother, Beanie Siegel. Yeah. I learned a lot from Beans, and, we taught each other a lot in this game. And just thinking of back then, those was the glory days. I actually just was watching my Mind Right video. So, those was the days when it was real in the streets, everywhere. The music industry, everything was real. It was a lot more Black-owned businesses back then.
Oh, yeah. And you had to come real. You couldn't come anything different. You couldn't be faking it back here.
So tell me about it.
You were the first signed to Rockefeller. You dropped Coming of Age, you dropped Made, then you dropped The Understanding, right? And that went gold. So tell me about that. You had Is That Your Chick on there with Missy Elliott, Jay-Z, and then you had Do My. So how was that feeling when it went gold?
All of my, just to bring it up, all my albums is gold. You know what I mean? Absolutely. They could go on RIAA and check it out. You know what I'm saying? All 4 of my albums is gold. So the first album, Coming to Age, went gold. Understanding went gold. Made went gold. 534 went gold. So I can say the feeling is mutual for all 4 albums. They like personal stories and chapters of my life at different periods. You know what I mean? Where I was at that space. You know what I mean? And now it's like thinking about it, my album came out. My first album came out in 1999. Huey-V was 3. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a different time, man. But I love to see where music has evolved to. It's a lot more corporate entities involved in the music industry now. Because when I dropped the album, trust me, Sprite ain't want you to do nothing but open a can of soda.
Yep. Call it a day. Wrap it up, right?
Straight up. Get up out of here. Get up out of here. We don't want y'all here. Word. Yeah. But now these guys doing Sprite commercial, Nike deals, Reebok deals, Puma. It's out the roof, unlimited to what an artist reaches now. And I love it. I'm just glad I'm still a part of this business. It's a blessing.
Absolutely. And I mean, that's what's going to be my next thing. And ironically, it's Women's Month. And then the Do My video, you had Serena Williams in it. You had actresses like Megan Good. So what was did you guys already have that play-by-play, how you wanted to do the video?
That was all
What was the inspiration?
Man. That was all Hove. That was Hove, a whole idea. Even the hook on the song from the studio. I remember when they first played the beat for me, and I didn't really like the beat. And Hove was like, "Yo, you bugging? I got the hook for it already." He sucked the hook, and I'm like, "Okay, now I see the vision." I did the record. So then we went to LA to shoot the video, and he like, "Yo, I got the treatment," because this was around the time we did Do My video at the same time we shot the video for Give It To Me.
Got you.
So, we had a lot of people, a lot of star power, everybody out there, you know what I mean? So Megan Good, like you said, Serena Williams when she first started. Shout out to them lovely ladies for even putting their support down for the young MEM back then. And it was just a beautiful thing. But that was all Jay and Dame Dash out there. They put that together. Megan was Dame's friend and Serena was Hove's friend.
Wow, that was amazing. So, and now that I'm going back, the Genius, right? So Genius just dropped Kanye West's documentary. And you looked at him and you were like, yo, he's about to be one of the next greats. Like you called it out loud. And then you mentioned straight to him, you're like, when niggas get great, people get hate. What made you say that to him right then and there? Like,
it's because I you know, I was there from step by step for Jay career. I watched, you know, he even said in the song, first they love you, then they hate you, then they love you again. You know, it's like first when you live the same environment, struggle, they love you. You know what I'm saying? But it's the crab in the barrel theory. Once you get to that part where people feel you're untouchable and you're not equal to them no more, then they start to envy you. You know, that's when the jealousy comes. So it's the hate. But I always say, my motto was, a hater is your biggest fan. A hater is bigger than a fan who actually says they love you, because a hater once loved you. In order to hate you, they had to once love you. You know what I'm saying? So they know everything about you. And the person who loves you, they keep you precious, you to themselves. They want you to be special. Like, this is my thing. Where a person who hates you spreads the virus. You know what I mean? It's almost like the guy who downplay you to his girl and send his girl right to your arms.
Did you experience that? Like, when you got started, like, did you experience that same hate?
Of course, man. Of course. Just being next to Hove, I still feel that heat. Like, you know, I haven't had an album out in almost over 15 years, and I still feel that heat. You kidding me? Just Hove being the sun. They looking at me like, come here, little star, let me get some heat from you.
Like, all right, keep that there.
Yeah, so I know, and to tell Kanye that, I was talking to him and Just Blaze at that moment, and it was like, it was just something I witnessed that I never witnessed before, to watch two producers come in at the same time, play. Kanye did The Truth for Beanie Siegel album, and Just Blaze did They Will Never Play Me for my album. Guru called Jay down to the studio, and that same day we started doing the Dynasty album. So it was just like special to look at them guys. And then when Kanye used to play his music to me, it was like, wait a minute. You rhyming like this and you making beats like that, my man, just stay patient, bro. You're gonna be great. Don't even worry about it. The stars is gonna line up. Like, you know, now, did I think it would be this far? I only imagine, but I knew greatness was definitely in the cards for him. I knew it with T.I., I knew it with Rick Ross. You know what I mean? I seen it in any artist that I ever signed. I see the same potential in them, because it was like, I would never sign you if I didn't believe you would be something. You know what I mean? It's a waste of my time. So any artist that I ever signed, I see the same things in them, that they have greatness and potential to push themselves to that next level. It's all on how bad do you want it.
Right. And definitely on how bad you want it. Just like he portrayed in the interview, like, you got to believe you have it, or else what are you working for? You know what I mean? Like,
I was just going to say, it's almost like in my career, like, you know, people they downplay me for the accomplishments I have. But like I said, I got 4 gold albums. There's a lot of artists out here that don't even have 4 albums.
Hello.
So, you know what I'm saying? So I look at my career for being what it was, because when anything get too close to the sun, it dissolves. And Hove is the sun, man. Even though he my brother, he just too fire. So I was too close. So no matter what I did, his flame dissolved it. So, and that's what I say. Like, I got eclipsed by the total eclipse, by the solar eclipse.
I feel you. I mean, but look at what you're doing now, right? Like, you started Get Down in 98, and then you started Warehouse Music Group. Get Low.
Get Low, yeah. You know, shout out G to K, H Money Bags, Young Cali, Living Proof. You know what I'm saying? That was when I was younger. You know, we was all trying to do things. People caught cases, got jail time, you know, friends. They ain't the same no more. So, but Warehouse is something I started with my brother, you know, True Life brother, Debo. My partners, Warehouse Cheech, PJ. You know, we got a whole empire. You know, we started with Casanova, Free the Homie. You know, that's the guy right there, Free the Homie. You know, we had Manolo Rose. We parted ways. You know, he felt he wanted to do his own thing. But we here now. We got Huey-V. We got 40 from, you know, we got 40 from 40, straight from the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? We moving, we shaking, we grinding.
Absolutely. Now, speaking of Huey-V, I've definitely taken a look at your music, and I gotta tell you, your shit is hot, right? And you already know that.
On fire for
right?
You know what I'm saying?
So talk to me a little bit about like the inspiration from your music. Like I know you come from Milwaukee, right? Wisconsin?
Yeah, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, man. Big fuck. My inspiration, to be honest, was mostly just from my environment type stuff and just my upcoming type stuff. The things that I've seen either through my eyes or witness happen to somebody else type stuff. Mm-hmm. If I've seen it, then it'll usually come out as an inspiration type stuff. I like to make most of my music off of like real stories. So if I'm not just like popping my shit on some like fly shit, then I'm gonna say something that come from the heart type stuff, something that pull the heartstrings.
Yeah, speaking of talking about from the heart, you have More Love. Like, you know, that had a lot of emotion and passion in that. Like, you know, do your future projects kind of have like the same like momentum, like you know, the same message?
They change a lot. It's based upon like the human experience. You know, not one person is always, you know, melancholy. Not one person is always upset or angry about something. Sometimes you might feel high. Sometimes you might feel low. My music represents that. So you might get something like More Love, where I'm saying something positive, or at least the hook sounds positive. It's like it's kind of like a double entendre, I guess, in a sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Talking about more love, but at the same time, I'm really talking about gun violence. I like it being more love when you like, you know, you might be gang tied or some shit like that, mob ties, as someone said. If it's mob ties, then it's more love in that same sense. But you know, when you get together and it ain't really love amongst other people. Right. So it's like, you know, it's one of those things. I like to talk about different perspectives of things, I guess, at different scopes. Both sides.
Cool. So then you had After the Deal, right? Talk to me a little bit about that track.
After the Deal, really about the story of me, you know, coming from my home city out to really seeing the world, to be honest with you, after being discovered by Bleek. You know, he changed my life in a sense. He kind of opened up the world for me. Yeah. How
did you guys even meet up? You got New York, you got Milwaukee. Like, how did this transpire?
Oh yeah, on some real humbug stuff, but it was a blessing. Like, I had a homegirl. She used to live in Milwaukee, but she eventually moved out to Allentown, PA. Shout out to Allentown, PA. Kickback type stuff. Yeah, she's playing records at a Kickback. And a guy by the name of Tato Beans heard the record and was like, yo, who is this kid type stuff? So boom, she tells him like who I am type stuff. Like, oh, this is my homeboy back in the city, give him my information on Instagram type stuff, and sends him another song. So he's listening to these same songs for about, I want to say like a week or so. Eventually I get like a message from him like, yo, nigga, if you believe in me, fuck with me type stuff, we can try and make sure something happen. I know somebody who knows somebody who could possibly like change their life, like that type of stuff. Explain it to me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, cool. This is right before COVID happened. I'm gonna say like a few months beforehand. That's important. But boom. So he hits me up. I'm like, all right, cool. I'll give you a shot. Let's see what happens. About 2 weeks later, I get another call back from another one of his affiliates by the name of Warehouse J. And Jay's actually the one who tapped me into Bleek. I sent him in a few more records. He's like, all right, cool, I'm gonna show Bleek. He got some situations going on. So eventually he sends those records in. Bleek hears the records. He calls me like, nigga, did you sign a piece of paper or whatever? Anything? I'm like, nah. He like, all right, bet. Tap in with us for a fact. So sent me out to New York. I met the rest of the team, and it's been family since then.
Crazy. Wow, that's been like an amazing feeling, like when that meetup actually happened.
Oh,
like,
man,
really happening right now?
Yeah, but I try to keep it cool. Calm face, collected, all that. A real smooth dude, man. You're not even like, acting some type of way right now.
Yeah.
The whole time in my head, I'm like, nigga, what? I'm lit right now. New York, first time I'm lit. For a fact.
Wow. I can only imagine. That's an amazing experience. Like, so what do you guys have like coming out next? Like, what's coming out for us? What should the people be waiting for?
For a fact, the people should be waiting on a new single, but I guess more importantly, y'all should be waiting on a new EP, So Below, come real soon, and estimated, I say like April. Who knows? Maybe move back may be pushed up. Who knows what happens? But for a fact, during that process, y'all be getting a lot of new content, new shows. I'm going to South by Southwest for a fact. I want to say in like a week or so. Yeah, in like a week or so. So there's definitely a lot of new things.
Yeah, and if they don't know,
it's a movie. It's a movie. Yeah.
And we already got a project already. We dropped the EP last year by the name of As Above. So if you want to, you know what I mean, get familiar with Huey-V,
tap all the way
As
in.
Above project. We got So Below coming out. You know, we got about 5-6 videos out right now. We working, man. It's the house. We working.
Absolutely. Bleek, what's your vision for Warehouse Music Group from here on out?
My vision for Warehouse Music Group is we the new Rockefeller, man. We the new Rockefeller. Like, that's what I'm building. I'm building that family that I miss, you know, that family that once was. Yeah. And that's when I'm building the label of my own family of that version. But that's the only carbon copy I would copy. Like, there's nobody else I would even try to mimic, but the steps I've once walked.
Wow, I'm really excited to see everything that comes in the future. Thank you so much, Memphis and Huey-V. I really appreciate y'all coming on here. Like you said, you're gonna be out by the South by Southwest coming in like what, a week or so?
Around the 16th, I should have a show. 16th of
you're gonna be out there the 16th to the 20th. He'll be there the 16th to the 20th.
Yes, definitely pop out, everybody. I'm gonna drop the IG handles. Is there anything else that you guys want the people to know?
Man, just check out for Warehouse, man. If you're looking for that real music, authentic, you know, down to earth, keeping it all the way 100. Like they said, like Shook said, if you don't want your CEO and your manager dancing all in your video,
you feel me? That part.
I appreciate you guys so much for coming on. Like I said, it's your girl Drea, aka Lady Hercules. Royal Playlist. We out.
Flexing on them.
Hey, what's going on, man? It's your boy Huey-V.
You already know this your main man, M. Greasy, Memphis Bleek right here, and you definitely live tuned into the Royal Playlist with my homegirl Drea, Lady Hercules. We flexing on any haters, and if she tell me she got a problem, we pulling up. You heard? It's the house. You remember that. Rock for life. Dusse Mafia. Yeah.